you were to ask him what had gotten him to the pinnacle of the sport, he would tell you that it was the study of the way, the path of the warrior, the devotion to his sword. The way is the life of the samurai, to live in solitude, discipline, focus, and honor. This video will explore the deep and ancient writings of Musashi and how and why a fighter like Yuri would devote his life to the way. Not only does this story bring us closer to understanding the infinitely complex mentality of championship caliber athletes, but also ourselves, the world we inhabit, the universe itself. Yuri was gifted the book by his coach before his debut in Ryzen, and he would go on to become infatuated with the life of the samurai and the Bushido code. He would eventually find MMA, which would become a surrogate for that ferociousness, but he was still without that peace and calmness in his life that so many of us yearn for. Upon reading the writings of Musashi, he would discover an inner balance and a way to channel that brutality into pure and beautiful violence inside the cage. So to understand his rise, we will now look at each book and attempt to understand its core teachings and how that relates to Yuri and MMA as a whole. Musashi also discusses how all ways are viable, no matter what you wish to pursue in life, whether it be painting, being a lawyer, or perhaps more relevant to this story, a martial artist. The practice and training of that discipline must be above all else, free from distractions. You must lose yourself fully within your craft. It's evident in Yuri's career that he understands this fully and is always very critical of his performances in areas that he lacks in. Yuri discusses in previous interviews how he was nervous and terrified before a fight, but over time, with dedication and practice in his craft and through extensive meditation, he was able to master his mind. The principle of strategy is having one thing to know 10,000 things. Every second of pad work is time in the octagon. This way, when you fully commit to the thing itself, there are no surprises. Calmness and mastery of the mind can be achieved through extensive and specific practice. Only then will you be calm like a lake and flow like a stream.
My coach gave me the book of 5 rings from the Miyamoto Musashis. I started living with the Bushido codes, his rules. It saved me.
To step into UFC and just take a title, but with the honor and be with the humble.
There is nothing personal, just pure art.
Therefore, to understand the way is to understand yourself,